I'm always looking for ways to increase the versatility of my tools, and I mean a table is a table in a lot of respects. The new function that I've made for this table now is a downdraft table. Because of the size of this table, if I'm not using it, I try to put it away, and I did come up with a YouTube video making it transportable. And those are the wheels that I put on it. There's several Festool videos I've made on YouTube, so check them out. Anyway, so I try to use all my Festools as much as possible, just because the more you use them, the cost of what you initially paid for them go down. My downdraft table is designed as a bifold unit, and the reason for that is these lock knobs for the legs get in the way of installing anything that's one piece. This is my basic setup. I have a dust port here and a dust port there. I have this feature here of shutting off the dust collection port here or the other one, just in case I didn't need two hoses of vacuum to keep the table clear. Again, I don't know if I do or I don't, but I'd rather have the option of than not. I have my two hoses coming out to a Y connector, and then it goes to a cyclone over there, and then to my my dust collector. We're going to start off with these clamps that I showed you. This is for the bifold part. When it comes to the table, you want to push the table up enough to seal this area. You can have it a V shape like I have mine. Just make sure you have enough to reduce the amount of open area there. I made these really exact to this shape, but what I'm finding is I had to make another cut just to give it a little bit more relief there. This side's okay now because I've already done it. You overcut this whole area here just to clear that and this lip right there. Alright, I wanted to show you a little bit about these ports. I write on there open, so when I put the table up, I can quickly look underneath and make sure my chute is open. This hole here is smaller than the outside diameter of my hose connection, and the reason why is I want it to seal up well. So this distance here to the inside of this is, if you look at this flared hose, it has a larger lip than the straight hose connection, and I'm going to use this back side to clip in here, and you can see I've got a little bit of a bump there and a little bit of bump there. That's actually what seals it in place. So you can see the lip is behind here, and then I can just roll it into place and it'll stay there. When I bifold it, that half-inch gap would cause you a reduction in vacuum, and you want as much up top as possible. So what I did is I made these plates. It's glued and nailed in on one side, and it has an overlap to the other half. And then on this one, I did it the opposite side. I don't know why, but that's just the way I built it. And then when you push the table in, you know, this bottom, you push it forward, this seals up quite a bit. This will reduce the amount of air loss. Okay, we're going to install this. So I'm going to grab it. I can put it in either direction. It doesn't really matter. But I bifold it, clear the leg lockdown knobs, and I put in the bottom first, like so. And then I bring the top in, and there it is. And then I just hold it with my knee. Let me show you on this one, it'll be a lot easier. So I bring it in with my knee, bring the knob up, and I just push enough to make sure it seals to the bottom extrusion here. And I'll do the same thing at the other end. And here's how I'd remove it. Only takes a couple seconds. After you've done it a few times, you'll pick it up quite easily. Spin it back, pull them away. Top comes out first, like so. Then the bottom lifts up, and you're all done with it. And as you can see, it's very flat, so I could store it up against a wall, and it's out of the way. The very last thing I've done is I've added these two boards in there. They're black, right? And that is to divide the two sections in half, left and right side. My thinking was I didn't want these two competing in the function of sucking up dust. So by putting that baffle wall, or whatever you want to call it, and you see it's angled so it'll fold up and not obstruct each other when I'm installing it. And then that way when it opens, it causes a barrier between the two.